Hello and welcome to Hey Clarity. I'm your host Lindsay, and today we are opening the Akashic Records on Spirit. It is S week of the alphabet superset. There will be more information in the description box below about the alphabet superset. I'm sorry that this is so late. I've been sick for the past couple of weeks, so I'm playing catch up right now, and I really wanted to give my best to this topic because Spirit means the world to me. So thank you for your patience. I'm really excited to do this reading, and the questions that we're going to be asking are, what is Spirit? Why do some of us connect with Spirit while others don't? How can we communicate with Spirit? What is the purpose of Spirit? What does Spirit want all of us to know right now? And what's the most important message we need to know about Spirit? So let's get into it. First question. What is Spirit? They just went they're just showing this really ethereal, dreamy, ghost. They were like ghosts of us, imprints of us, the consciousness of us. They're saying lingering. They're haunting but not scary. They're haunting, beautifully haunting. The haunting of us, the remnants of us, all of us. They're saying collective, together, and then also individual. They're saying they're specialty, specifics. And they're just going individual to collective. And so Spirit is the range of both the individual and the collective consciousness. They're saying imprinted, imprints, energetic consciousness of us, all of us. They're together, separate, individual, collective. Anything else? What is Spirit? They just keep going back to ghosts. They're saying simplified understanding is ghosts, the haunting of us, the remnants of us. Beingness, the impressions, our expression. Anything else? What is Spirit? They're just saying all of us. Why do some of us connect with Spirit while others don't? They just went closed off. They just showed a door, in the crown chakra, just closing. As if there's this little circle, this little tunnel elevator thing, and it just went closed. So they're saying some are closed off while others aren't, while others are open. They're saying it's very simple. They're saying it's a choice. And you choose to be in the connection of our spirit, your spirit, our spiritual connection or not. And they're it's totally up to you. You're either totally up for it or you're not. And sometimes there's the middle ground where sometimes we are and sometimes we aren't, depending on what we're going through in our lifetimes. So they're saying chapters. There's chapters, open and closed chapters. And sometimes we're open, sometimes the door is open, and sometimes it closes. They're kind of saying that death is a very commonplace time where we may be open to Spirit, ours and others. Loss, the losing, the death of a loved one. They're showing the passing of others. Sometimes we stay open. We're open because we love them. We want to continue connecting with them. And so the connection stays open for a bit. But then they're saying sometimes like over time, then it'll close again. But it's commonplace, like death is a commonplace time frame for us to maybe be more, open or closed. Like they're kind of saying light bulb moment. There's a light bulb moment in that time frame where we may choose to be open or choose to be extra closed off. Very interesting. And it has to do with like our feelings around death. And like they're saying after death, after life, after death. They're calling it after death. Life or death. Life or death is spiritual. I'm just saying spirit is there throughout life and after death. Spirit is always there, all spiritual. They're saying it is spiritual. It is all spiritual. Anything else? Why do some of us connect with spirit and others don't? They're just saying you're either closed off or you're open to it. Very simple. How can we communicate with spirit? They're like talking, invitation, talk. They're like prayers answered, ask, wish, wishing well, wishes, make wishes. They're like birthday wishes. They're like, it is a time when we make wishes. Everyone's gathered, like spirit and the living are gathered in celebration of you, and you may make a wish out loud or very clearly to yourself, and then it's heard. They're just saying be talkative. They're like talk out loud. They're like talk to yourself. It would really be like talking to spirit, but they're saying needs an invitation. They're kind of like standing by, like your spirit team, like everyone is standing by. They're saying all of us, like always, kind of waiting by you, waiting for you to ask your questions, to hear your needs, your wants, your desires. And I'm getting like all of us, we do our best to accommodate. I got a pink pink on my, a little notification on my watch. They're just like, we'll always be there. We're always there, all of us. And they're like, whether you know us or not, like we're always there. And they're like, you'll be there. You'll be there for someone, sometime, for something in the future. They're like, we go through cycles of like, they're like living spirit, living being there, spiritual spirit being there. And we take turns, they're saying. There's like turnaround. It's like in living being, in spirit being, and living being, in spirit being. And they're just showing like, kind of the feeling of like being a ghost and then fleshing out into the living. Being a ghost and then fleshing out into the living. They're just showing like swapped. We swap, we switch, we cycle, we take turns, like helping each other through, grow through, living, being there. They're like on earth. They're like, it's hard to be there. Like everyone knows how hard it is living, being here. And so they're kind of like, you need all of us, and that's what we're here for. Every time you come into being there, here, life, living, your team is beside you, ready to help you get through it. When they're saying the hardest parts, the scariest parts, the saddest parts, the loneliest parts, the most heartbreaking parts. But then they're also saying, and also like the big celebratory, joyful moments too. Like they're here, we're all here to like amplify that. They're just like all together, They're like spirit earth realm. Very fluid. There's fluidity. What is almost, they're saying almost out there. Almost out there, what does that mean? Spiritual beings, all out there. They're like all out there. All out there. And then they're like, and in there, and in here, and in here, and in here, and in here. They're like, you can close your eyes and maybe see us more clearly. In quiet and silence, you can hear us more clearly. When you're writing out your thoughts in journals and poems and stories, when you're writing, we might slip through. If you ask us, you're like, ask for us, and we'll slip through on purpose. But we also slip through playfully, like messages, they're saying, information and messages. If you were to just, I mean, this is automatic writing. So this is like mediumship, automatic writing. So they're showing that as like their way they love to work through us. They're showing a musician playing an instrument, and they're like, we love to like, they're saying airwaves of like songs and music. We love to be in the airwaves. Messages through words, through sound, through songs, electricity, technology. They're kind of saying like all the ways that we can like, they're saying like infiltrate like the world, like your world, so that you can hear from us, so that you know that we're here for you. And they're like signal out loud, like the signals are out loud, like we try to get loud when you really need to hear from us. But they're saying be talkative. So how you can communicate with spirit, they're saying like writing and talking intentionally, and like the, you know, they're saying ask your invitation, like give the invitation, invite them. What is the purpose of spirit? They're saying growth and elevation. What is the purpose of spirit? They're saying love, like true unconditional love. Love, true unconditional. Always there. Guide, support, heal, honesty, fairness, right or wrong. Always to be there for you. No matter what. No matter how hard it gets, no matter how hard it is, we're always to be there for you. Meant to be. They're saying that is our purpose. This is our purpose. Collectively, the purpose of spirit is to help with the growing and the evolution. What does spirit want all of us to know right now? What does spirit want all of us to know right now? They're saying be back to yourself. Come back to yourself. Come down, come down. Come down to yourself. Come into yourself. Come within. Behold yourself. Get to know yourself better, deeply, knowing. Remember who you are as an individual and as a collective. What it means to be there. The planet, Earth, people, they're saying people, plants, animals, systems, ecosystems. They're saying harmonize, 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 balance. Find the balance. They're saying there might be like an unfairness, like a feeling of unfairness, like the burden of having the strength, among so much weakness. And so they're saying like, like bear down with that strength. They're saying, yes, it is very hard. Yes, you are doing lots of the work. They're saying most of the work for other people because of who you are, because you're so strong. And so they're saying, like, the heavy load, the heavy lifting, like, do it, like, do it. Do the hard work that so many people can't right now. So they're saying, yes, we know it's a burden. We know it's a lot. We know responsible, like you take on all the hardship, you take on all the hard work. You're doing the work that other people just have no awareness of doing. They don't know, but they're saying, but you do. And the fact that you do know, the fact that you have the awareness is a blessing. They're saying, imagine not having the awareness and perpetuating these cycles. So if you have the awareness and you're exhausted and you're tired, they're like, we know. And they're saying, give some of it to us. Ask us to take some of this away. Ask us to give you more ease. Ask us to help. We need the invitation to help. And yes, the burden of strength in this lifetime, but they're saying to be honored. It's honorable. It's honorable to be responsible. It's honorable to know peace, to know your peace and what it takes to bring peace. And sometimes it's hard work. And they're saying, and right now, there's a lot of heavy lifting, and it is hard work. But they're saying, but do it, and we'll be right by your side helping you, trying to lighten the load a little bit. But they're saying, yes, this is the hard part. This is the hardest part. And they're showing us like reeling, like carrying these this heavy rope, these heavy threads, these heavy people, like pulling them. And they're like, just do it, just do it. Just do it for now. Like, take breaks, get your rest, but don't not do it. And they're saying they're trying to lighten the load. They're going to try and make it easy if you ask, if you give the invitation for support. But they're saying this is a time of great strength. And then they're showing the dragon, the symbolism of the dragon in the air, and that the year of the dragon. And they're like, embodied, like embody that. There's protection, there's boundaries, there's power, there's the destruction, the burning down of old ways, the nutrient-dense soil to grow new things. They're like, use the dragon embodied. The destruction of old ways that are dangerous ways. Those are the things that need to burn down. And they're saying with love, like burn them down with love, not violence. They're saying fire heart, your heart on fire, like set your heart on fire with the things that you believe in for future generations, for the future of this world. And they're like, yeah, pioneering, like you're pioneering. That's why you might feel alone. That's why you might feel so much loneliness and the burden of carrying so much weight. And they're like, drop the weight and see your strength from the weight. You don't always have to carry the weight, but your strength is getting through the burden. So they're like, try and get through seeing this as a burden and get through seeing this as an honor. Brave, warrior, strength, peace. They're saying, love thy warrior. We love thy warriors. Peace warriors, love warriors, harmony. We are so out of whack. We are so out of balance. But it is really heavy. Like, it does require great strength to pull things back into balance. And so they're saying balancing out, balancing act, and you're a part of that. So if you see where there needs to be balance in a small scale or like a large scale experience, if you see something really out of whack and really out of balance, and you have the strength to pull it into balance and harmonize it in any situation, they're saying do it. Like, do it in all the ways that you can, right? They're like, is there like a friend or a loved one who's crying, or a friend or a loved one who's really angry? Can you place your hand on their shoulder? Can you be a shoulder for them to cry on? Can you balance out, they're saying, the misery, miserable, sorrowful. They're saying distraught, devastated. So there's a balancing out and a balancing act, and it requires great strength. So they're like, we know how hard it is. We're very aware, and we're right here for you. So please call on us. Please invite us to help. We're here to help. Getting through this hardest part. Next level, to the next level. What's the most important message we need to know right now? Ask for us. Every day, anytime, anywhere, any place, no matter what, ask for us. We'll be there. And you'll be there someday for someone else. They're like passing the torch. We pass the torch. But they're saying all of us. Right beside you. Anytime. Or not. They're saying or not. Closed off. That's okay. But they're like, when you need us, it's a different world. And like, let it be. Invite us. Let the invitation be open. Great. I love that. So that was the Akashic Records on Spirit. I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know what you thought about that in the comment section below. Thank you for your patience again. And thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.